Having a monthly routine has been by far one of the most life-changing things I have done for my finances. Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Laura, and on this channel I am talking about leveling up my financial life. This includes side hustles, investing, saving money, and also these budget videos. I like to think of my monthly payday routine as, you know, these people that go and film really aesthetically pleasing videos for TikTok of them stuck in the fridge, and everything has a place, everything just seems to fit exactly where it should, and then the fridge just looks really organised, and you just know that you're going to eat better because the fridge looks better, because you know where your meal prep is. Like, this is my equivalent of that for my money. I'm going to take you through my spreadsheet now, show you what I'm doing with my pay, show you where everything is going, and then I'm going to take you through my spending pots as well. So I have already put my balance in before payday, just because it's payday today, so I've kind of backtracked and put that in. So my pay today was £2,157.73. It seems to alternate between 93 and 73, and I don't really understand why, but that's what it is. In terms of my fixed costs, so this is half of everything, so this is half of our mortgage, we both pay half currently. Now I'm just going to copy and paste this over. I have explained in other videos we do pay council tax and we are paying gas and electric, but it's all been a little bit skewish because of moving into a new house. So what we did was we put more money in, so I had a bit of a buffer in the account, which has meant that for all we are paying these now, it's not coming out of the total. Now that April is here, I think that we will have to relook at it, because our council tax, we have been paying like £260, whereas now it's going to drop to 150 something, so then we can actually get like a true picture of what half of the bills are going to be and then go from there. But luckily we've had this buffer in, so that is dwindling down now. I think there's about a £600 buffer left. There was a lot more than that, so we will be looking at that. I do need to look at it and then split it fairly, because I think it will be more than, so currently we'll put 650 in each, and the other 200 goes to like our shopping, so for our food shops. So that will need playing about with for sure, and we definitely won't be putting any extra in for a buffer now, because I think the bills are going to be a bit more. I mean, gas and electric, I think we're paying about 160, and then that'll be 155, so it will increase each monthly slightly. So these are my bills for me, so my car, my phone, the stuff for the dog, because the dog's mine. So I am just going to copy and paste that over, because that is all also the same. I am almost done with paying my device off. I think I've got 2 or 3 more payments left, so that'll be nice. I'll have that money back. I will also be done paying Slam Dunk as well. I think I've only got 1 or 2 months left of that to pay, so I'll be getting like a bit of money there, so that'll be lovely. How much will that be? Nearly 40 quid. Over 40 quid a month left, so that'll be lovely. So all of these payments are the same, so I am just going to copy and paste those over. I was going to move Disney Plus over to the joint account, but I still haven't done it, so yeah, I don't know. I am also going to look at, I want to do a bit of a digital declutter as well as like a physical one as well. But my Amazon photos, so I've just had to start paying more for Google Drive because of my Etsy stuff, because I have it all stored on there. So, well, I should have it all stored on there. I've got some of it stored on there. It's meant to, I'm meant to have it backed up from my iPad in case anything happens to the iPad, but I keep putting it off. So I've got like a lot of storage on Google, so I'm thinking about switching over to Google Photos, because I will be paying for that as well. So I do need to have a relook at that, but for now it is the same. In terms of savings and investments, I'm going to do what I normally do and put my money in here first. So I put 600 last month because I had a lot of money coming out. So I'm going to put 500 into my spending pot, 100 into my everyday spending, so my Monzo, so I use that for just tapping my card places if I'm buying something. My spending pots are things like nights out or like petrol, like stuff like that, like money that I know that I'm going to be spending that have categories. The Monzo's more for if I'm out in the car and I fancy a cuppa, like I'll go and buy a Costa or whatever and just use that £100. I do have 27 left from the previous month in Monzo, so I don't know whether to still move the 100 over and move that 27 somewhere else, because it was technically money that hasn't been spent. I'll see how I decide that. My brain is telling us to put it into like either my spending pots or invest it or save it. I just don't know which one of those three I'm going to do. I'll see how I get on with my spending pots in a second. I will go through where I'm allocating that £500 as well once I've finished on this page. So my free trade, that's in an ISA now. I'm moving over to an ISA. I've got a few left in my general investment account, but most of it is now in an ISA. So that £50 will be going into an ISA. An S&I, that's premium bonds. It comes out on a direct debit. Still haven't won anything. Still living in hope. So before I do my savings, I have £268 left to play with. So I do like to keep a buffer, as we all know. I might put, if I put 150 into my savings, that leaves us with 118 in my current account. I just like to keep a buffer there just in case there's any kind of like unexpected spending. Like I go to a run club and I'm in a group chat and there's always races coming up, so those have been coming out of there. Don't know, do I need a spending pot for races now? I'm not sure, but we'll see. So I think £118 left in my current account is good. That £150 savings, so I have a few savings pot. I've got just a normal ISA that's kind of like an emergency fund, but I also have a office pot and I've got like a savings pot for the house. I do want to do this room up. I mean, you can see there's still boxes like piled up behind us, so I do want this room to be a little bit more of an office, so I might put most of that, or at least I might half it, put 75 into the office fund and then 75 into my ISA, so it's kind of been spread about a little bit. So moving on to my spending pots. Before we get into my spending pots, I just want to mention that I use Plum for this. I am going to take you through it on a spreadsheet just because I find that it's easier to show you guys, and also it's nice for me to visualize it all on one page rather than scrolling up and down on Plum. But I do have Plum as my preferred platform for this. A lot of other banking apps do this. I know Monzo do a really good job as well. I like Plum because it pays interest. Last time I checked, Monzo didn't. So just something to be mindful of, but yeah, I just wanted to get that out there. I think there is a referral link for Plum. I'll check. If there is, I'll put it in the description. I think we'll both get some money if you sign up. But even without the referral link, even without me getting paid to sign you guys up, I've used Plum for a long time. I've got my boyfriend on Plum and a few of my friends as well. So I do think it's what I use. I like it. Moving on to my spending pots now, we'll have £500 to allocate. I have been through all of this and added anything that I needed to add, so any withdrawals I've made this month. Petrol, I've reset it because I ran out of rows. I'll probably have to do it down here once we get to it. Any interest that's been added, I have added these. That went in on the 3rd of March. Car pot got over £1's worth of interest, which is good for these little pots because they don't often go over £1, so that was nice. So I definitely need petrol because I am driving home 2 weekends in a row, so I probably need a little bit more than I normally would put in there. So I might do 150. That's kind of like 3 tanks of petrol. We are also going away. We're going to Wales, but that's going to come out of the adventure money pot. I did think that I was going to have to pay for all of the holiday that we got, but my boyfriend got a bonus from work, so I've got a little bit left over, which will probably go as the spending money and my half of the petrol together. So it saves us saving on top of that again, so that's really good. So petrol, I'm going to do 100, not 450, Jesus, £150 in petrol, 150 in there, so that gives us £170 petrol. I do also have a full tank in, so that'll get us home this weekend, so that should easily give us enough, plus any left over for if I need to do anything else. Looking at the rest of the pots and which ones are low, obviously Christmas is looking really low because Although it is going to be April, Christmas will soon be here before we know it. I don't understand how it's April already. Trying to think what I need money in. I definitely need money in self-care. I had my hair done today. It's darker, you may have noticed. Not sure how much that's going to be yet. She's got messages. But I have also got a couple of different appointments booked in now that I've finished 75 Hard and I feel like I'm back in the land of the living and I can do things again. So I do need to add to that. I have a Botox appointment on Good Friday. So I'm going to put enough in for that and hope that my hair isn't over £100. But equally it could be. So I don't know how much it's going to be. I think it's usually about 90, but I had different things done. I'm not entirely sure about that. But yeah, I'm going to put 180 in, and then that covers the appointment that I've got coming up. And if I need to use a bit of a buffer from somewhere, or that £27 from Monzo that I hadn't spent, then I can move that over if I need to. We'll just see what happens there. So that is 180 in that pot, which makes that well over 100%. I think that's the first time that that's happened so far since we've done this. So that's 330 that we've spent. So that gives me 170 left to mess about with. So Pig's pot, we were saving for his dental, but he had to go for blood tests and stuff because there was something showing up on his liver. So he's on medication for that now, and then he's going to need more blood tests. Insurance is covering the blood tests, but the dental will come up at some point. I might put a little bit in there just so, I mean, there's £74 in it currently. I'm going to just put 20 in, so I've put something in. Obviously when it comes around to it and that's happening, I'll put more in for it, but I don't know when that's going to be. So if I just put a little bit, little and often, I think is the road for Pig's pot. So that leaves me with 150 to mess about with. So my car fund for now is looking okay. I still need to pay for my service. I need to get it booked in because it is due now and I still haven't booked it in. I keep forgetting to do it. I did sort my insurance though, so that's at 330, but that 269 should cover the service for it, so I don't need to put anything in there at the moment. Adventure money I feel like is set. Self-care we've topped up. I think maybe out with friends, meals out. I'm going to put some in Christmas as well because, like I say, I think that will absolutely sneak up. So I'm going to put in £20 into my Christmas pot. Again, little and often. If I've got some left after I've topped up the others, I might put a little bit more in. I have been thinking about changing the meals out and the out with friends, because meals out could be meals with friends. I feel like I need something for like me and my partner doing stuff, and then stuff with my friends, so like a date night and then out with friends. I'm going to change that actually, because that was kind of how I'd set it up in my head. But then if I go out for drinks with my boyfriend, I'm like, is it an out with friends or is it a meals out? So I'm gonna, date nights. It has to be a capital letter. Right. Date night and out with friends, and then like it's very much a separation there. So I know where I'm taking the money from. I do have plans to meet my friend in April, next month, in a few weeks for some food. So I am going to top this up a little bit just because then it will wipe it out and I don't want it to be totally wiped out. So, what's the date? I've only just typed it. So in there, I'm going to top it up by 50, and then I've easy got enough for if anything else comes up. I've got 71 in my date night pot. That seems like a lot. I didn't think that I had that much in actually, but clearly I have. I've got £80 left to mess about with. I am going to, so what's my total in birthdays and gifts? 35. I'm just going to update this because I do need to add some in here because I owe my sister money for Mother's Day. we're getting joint presents, and I was supposed to send her the money over yesterday and I haven't yet, so I need enough in to do that. So I'm just going to top this one up with, oh actually I've just realised I have a birthday as well coming up. I've got £80 left. I'm going to put 50 in here because I do have a birthday in April that I need to get something for, and I owe my sister £40 as well. I'm very organised today. I hate being this disorganised. It really makes us feel like my life is not on track. Right, £50 in there, so I've got £85, which gives us a little bit of buffer if I say I spend £40 on the birthday gift and then I have to pay my sister £40 for Mother's Day, so that's sorted. Treat yourself, I'm not touching. I do still have some cash from Christmas that I need to pay into this pot. I don't think it's very much. I have been just paying it and then moving it from my petrol pot into my treat yourself, so I don't have to go and physically pay money into the bank because it takes us ages to do it. So how much have I got now? £30, I think. £30 to mess with. So where have I not put money? I don't need anything in dental. I have another hygienist appointment coming up, but that only costs, it was just under £80 last time, so that's kind of fine. That'll cover that. Fun money I haven't topped up, and essentials I haven't topped up. Date night, £71.51. And I mean, we're going away, so I've got that £171 for like meals out when we're away. That'll come out of the adventure money pot. So I'm not going to touch date night, I don't think. I don't think I need to do anything with that. I might just split it across fun money and essentials. My big bottle of shampoo was running out, so I will have to go into my essentials for the first time in a while soon. So that's what I'm going to do. Right, so went too far over there. Right, 15. And then 15 in, did I say fun money? Yeah, I'm going to put 15 in fun money, and I've decided that fun money is going to be where my race money comes out of as well, if you can call running fun. But I do like a running event. I do like entering races and getting medals. It gives us something to aim for. A certain type of fun, I'm sure. So that's it. That is my method of moving money into my spending pots. It can be quite in depth for what it is, really. Like, I know, like, I'm really overthinking it, but I would much rather be prepared and know that I've got that money accounted for, rather than think at the end of the month, like, oh, I still need to pay for this and I've got this, and then realising that I've got nothing left in my current account because I've just been spending money all over the place. I like things to be planned. It makes me feel a lot more calm and in control if I've planned it ahead. So what I do with this money is I have an Amex credit card that I get cash back for. So anything like this that I buy, so for example, I bought my car insurance with my Amex card. I then took the money out of my spending pot and put it in a high interest savings account. So all of that's together that I owe on my Amex. Like, I know exactly how much I've got, and I do take the money straight from it and put it in the savings pot. So as soon as the Amex balance comes out my bank, I've got a direct debit to clear it every month, then I just move it out of my savings. So it means I'm getting interest from the pots that they're in before they get spent, and then once they get spent on Amex, I'm getting cash back. And while I'm waiting to pay off the Amex, I'm getting interest on that, which again is a lot of admin, but every little helps, and I'm just trying to build things slowly over time, and it seems to be working so far. I will hand you back over to other me to finish the video. That is it for this month's budget with me. A little bit chaotic with those spending pots, but I'm hoping that over the next few months I can kind of build on those now that the expensive things are out of the way, but we'll just see. We'll see how it goes. There's always something that will come and kind of take over my spending pots and my savings, but we'll just take it as it comes. I do think that doing it this way makes me more calm, because I know that I've got some pots of money there for different kind of things that can come up and things that will come up, like a meal out with friends or someone ringing you and going, do you want to go out for tea? Like, I've got a pot of money there that is allocated for that. So it just kind of gives me that freedom. And it just gives us like a real sense of calm to know all my bills are paid for. I've put some money in investments, I've put some in longer term savings, and I've got my spending pots as well as the like tapping your money for coffee money. So yeah,
It makes us feel so calm and so organised, and hopefully it will inspire you to do the same. Don't knock it till you've tried it. It does make you feel a lot better, especially if you're someone like me who has been anxious about money for most of their life. Thank you for watching. I do have a second channel where I'm posting non-finance related content about how I'm leveling up, but if you are interested in that, I will link it in the description below. This channel is purely the finance content because that's what the people wanted. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.